So, is your practice safe? Well, let me talk to you about this. You can see in the background here, I'm here in Sydney, and this is actually not that bad. But this morning, in the last few days, it's been very, very smoky. And just behind me, it's because of all the fires that's been going on all across Australia, especially here in New South Wales, and they're just blowing in. And it's so unfortunate because so many people have lost their homes. From last count, I think, from what I saw, that over 550 homes have been lost, and people unfortunately have passed away, and it's so sad to see because it's horrific, and really kind of got me thinking, by smelling the smoke around here and the tragedy, and these are hundreds of kilometers away, but also obviously affecting areas here, just indications of how bad the situation is in this weather, because these things happen because of several conditions and how it affects your particular practice. Tragedy has happened is that because we have had, our fire hazard has been lifted up from severe to catastrophic. These warnings are there because of dry weather, lack of rain. There is the heat, hitting 40 degrees, and also the high winds. All these combinations creates this perfect storm where these fires can occur. And once it occurs, it can spread really, really quickly. There's a lot of chiropractors I've been speaking to in the past that have, has these warning signs, and these warning signs are there, but most people typically try to ignore them. So a lot of chiropractors are really optimistic, and they're optimistic in the way of how their business is going to grow and how that they're going to come out of this. But the reality is that I think you sometimes need to kind of face reality and just know the conditions that are there. Unlike the government here, the fire department, able to kind of create warnings for us to kind of prepare ourselves. There is no warning sometimes within our business because we are the fire department. We're the one who has to go and fight those fires. We are the person who kind of tells us the warning that things are not going right. The reality is that you don't want to wait until a fire's right at your doorsteps before you do something about it. What you want to do is kind of be prepared and knowing that these things are not the best condition. When it comes to the fires in our practices, the things you look out for is, I think, it's three things, right? Number one is, I think what you got to look for is a counter. A counter is like a measurement. I think you need to have some sort of dashboard in your practice that is measured on a daily to monthly basis. You don't have to look at this, by the way. The dashboard is meant to be like a car dashboard where you look at it once in a while, like a speedometer. You don't stare at the speedometer. You got to look at the road. But you got to look down once in a while to see if, hey, how fast are you going? How's my RPM? How's my fuel tank? You just glance at it. And sometimes I think what's important is that you have to have a monthly dashboard to collect data from a daily basis, which tells you whether or not you are going well. And those metrics are some key numbers are obviously revenue, your expenses, your profitability, how many patients you're seeing, during that period of time, how many new patients, how many recalls are you doing, or on your PVA. All those numbers are really, really important, and it gives you that counter to measure whether or not you're going okay, and you want to spot those problems before they actually become too bad. The second thing is culture. A team has to have that right culture fit. And the right culture fit is hugely important in the team, in any business. And any business you walk into, when the team culture isn't right, you feel it absolutely right away. You might think you're hiding from it. You might think everything's going well, but if there's a team member that shouldn't be there and you keep them there, it not only affects your current team members, if a C player always makes an A player, make them a B player. And more importantly, actually your patients and the clients that you see feel it, and it doesn't feel right. And instead of actually having the guts to let that person go and feeling that uncomfortableness of actually firing someone, you keep them on and actually lose your clients instead, and they simply walk away. The third thing I think is really important here, after the counter, after the culture, is the course. A team that a practice that does not have a course of action, that don't have a strategic plan on how to execute getting closer to their vision is in trouble. Because really, if you're just flying by the seat of your pants and hoping that things go the way you want it to go without actually having a specific plan or course of action, you're going nowhere. That's what causes you to be in a standstill. That's what causes people to be in a plateau. And most people struggle with a plan. And this is why, people hire coaches like me, right? The whole point is to kind of get you out of your own head and see it from a different perspective, because let's face it, you can't read the label from inside the bottle. When you're inside your own business, you can't see these problems. And this is why you hire consultants or someone who gives you an outside perspective of what's going on. This is what we do in Nitro. Nitro helps you to be able to have like-minded people to help you see things, to tell you things that you don't want to hear, to be able to help you see things you don't want to see, so that you can get to become the person you want to be and take your business to where you want to grow.
Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, that subscribe button, you should press it. and because I want to share videos with you just like this one to help you grow your practice.